Dear viewers, welcome to Virtual Counselling Session. I hope you are safe and well. I'm Mohammad Rajemi, Managing Director of TCL Global. TCL Global is an education consultancy firm, head office based in Portsmouth, UK. We have 5 offices around the world, in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and 2 offices in Bangladesh, Dhaka and Sylhet. TCL Global is working more than 70 UK universities. We are official partner with them, and we helped more than 3,000 students last year alone. And we are the largest education consultancy firm based in southeast of England, working for Middle East market. And our service is completely free of charge. Portsmouth is my city and where I studied, and it's a great pleasure for me today to discuss about this university. I have a guest with me, with Emma from Portsmouth University. Emma is Senior International Officer for MENA and UK. Thank you very much, Emma, for joining us today.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here and get a chance to chat to you and hopefully chat to some students as well via the chat room.
Okay, thank you. So we can start, Emma, with overview of the Portsmouth and the city and the university. Then we can go for more specific question, Emma. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm from the city of Portsmouth, just like Mohammed. So both Mohammed and I are currently sat in Portsmouth, just obviously in very different parts of the city, and I work at the university and have done for over 10 years now. So I'm in a good position to be able to talk about it confidently. The university is based on the south coast of the UK. So we are 90 minutes from London by train, and we are an island city, the only university in the city, and it's in the centre of the city. So the campus is based in amongst all the city centre based buildings, shops, restaurants, and then also things like the Guildhall and the offices. So it's a really busy location, a great place to be a student. But also, with it being an island city, we are on the south coast, and there is a coastline, a beach, a big shopping centre that's right on the coast as well. So it's a great location to be a student, and also a great location to be able to live cheaply within the city. So once you're on campus, you probably wouldn't be more than 15-20-minute walk from your accommodation, from your halls of residence, and your buildings where you are taught as well. The university is a big place. It dominates the city centre. We've got 25,000 students. Not all of them are on campus at the same time, but it is a buzzing place to be. We also have a very diverse campus, so 150 different nationalities are within our student base, and we've got 5 faculties. We've got the faculty of business and law, science, humanities, creative and cultural industries, and the technology faculty. And within those faculties, each faculty's got a very large range of courses as well. So yeah, that gives you a kind of quick overview of Portsmouth, where it's located and things. But I'm going to leave Mohammed to come up with more questions for me as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a student, as an ex-student alumni of Portsmouth, definitely I can also share some of my experience living in the city for 18 years. The city is, everything is nearby, and the accommodation block, as the Emma said, and everything is very close by the shopping center, Ganov. It's a beautiful city by the south coast of England. And the nice weather and the nice student experience. So we'll go some more details in just in the coming sessions, in coming minutes. So thank you very much, viewers who already joined. If you have any question, you can actually ask the question. We'll try to actually answer your question. Stay with us. Don't forget to share this session. So Thama, as you know, the lockdown, lots of students are actually staying at home. They are thinking about that whether they should apply or not, how the September intake will take place, whether the university will postpone their start date. So if you can actually, if you have anything, any information, if you can actually share with us, please, Emma.
Well, in the last 8 weeks, the UK has been in lockdown. So we've all been working from home, and the buzzing campus that I've described does not exist at the moment, which is a real shame. We do have some students staying on campus, and they've been looked after, and they are allowed to stay if they want to. But most students have now moved on, and the end of term is coming right about now. So the first thing that happened was everything went online. So all the final teaching block went online, and everyone's been having to do everything that way, which is, it's been a strange one, but the students are well supported. We've got tutors within each faculty. Everyone has got online tuition going on. So there's been a lot of support coming from that way. So that was the first thing we did. The second thing was to start looking at the next academic year and how we're going to manage the situation. So the first thing was our pre-sessional courses, which started actually at the end of April. The first one was a 20-week pre-sessional. They all went online. So we've got a 20-week, a 15-week, 10-week, 6-week, and then just a refresher, which is 4 weeks. These are now all online, all available online. So students aren't expected to come on campus between now and the coming intake in September. The next thing was we are looking at the actual teaching in September and what we're going to do about that. And actually yesterday, we've been informed that it's going to be moved to actually October. So 5th of October is going to be our start date rather than mid-September. And then we are looking at online learning for October, but that has not yet been confirmed. So it's an ongoing discussion point between senior management, but they're looking at ways to kind of not have everyone on campus in one go in October. As and when these developments happen, our applicants, agents are being informed. You will receive emails. The 5th of October was only announced yesterday, so you won't have received that email yet, but that will come in the next few days.
Okay, thank you. Also, the many students actually may be just still confused. They're not applying. They may be waiting for another 1 month or just how the situation goes. You know, so what would be the application deadline? Is there any deadline for if the intake is starting in October?
It depends on the nationality due to visas and things, but generally the end of August is our kind of deadline for applying. There is some flexibility in that, particularly if you're coming from a country where it's very easy to gain a visa. But yeah, I would say at this time, if you're interested in applying, apply, because it doesn't cost you anything. And it's an easy process to go through, which TCL can help with. And then you can start making decisions in the next few months as more announcements are made. And more decisions are made by universities in terms of when they're going to start and how they're going to start.
Okay, thank you. I think we already got one question. We can take that one, Raihan. How do we manage in this pandemic situation for September session? Many of us don't have IELTS as well. So maybe that we can a little bit discuss here that with alternative tests.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that actually in our kind of what we've been doing to prepare. So we no longer just accept IELTS and TOEFL that have to be from a test centre. We have a big range of online English tests that we will accept, including Duolingo, TOEFL Special Home Edition, Pearson's, we've got IELTS Indication. So we've got a big range of different online options. With these English tests, you will take the English test from your phone, and that will cover you for your listening, writing, reading. There may be one more additional test, which one of the recruitment officers, like myself, would take just to check your spoken English before we sign off that test. But again, that's something that's kind of being checked and sorted out in the next few weeks. But yes, so if you go to our English language page on our website, that shows you all the different tests that we will now accept. And this is something that's just changed in the last few weeks.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Joher. Thank you very much for joining us.
Sorry about joining in quite late. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for having me again. And hello, Emma. How are you? You okay?
Yeah,
very nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Joher is the alumni of the Portsmouth University as well. Joher lived in the Portsmouth city and he studied in the Portsmouth. So it will be nice as well to know from the Joher as well. So how was his experience living in the city and the university? Joher?
Yes, as mentioned before, the University of Portsmouth was one of my best, obviously, experience that I've had in the UK, especially in Portsmouth. But the university was very vibrant, and people there very friendly. I met lots of good friends there, and the lecturers were very nice and very, informative. So, I learned a lot, and it was a great experience. And as well as obviously living in Portsmouth, it's quite a nice city. Yeah, so in general, it's a great experience.
What course did you study?
I did a human physiology. Yeah, it was a while ago, so yeah. So I think the course is not running, unfortunately. So
no.
Yeah,
quite a unique course. Did you use it when you got back home? Did you work?
Yeah, work for me sort of. Yeah, I'm working now in a hospital, in a governmental hospital. So working as a research aide. Working in. I meant to be working in a laboratory, but I choose not. So I'm working now in logistics. So thinking of maybe doing masters in logistics. I know Portsmouth offers logistics, I believe. So yeah, we never know. Maybe one day I'll come back. Inshallah.
Thank you very much. Yes, viewers who are actually watching us from Middle East and from the North Africa, Joher is actually our country director in our Riyadh office. You can contact him if you want to apply for Portsmouth University. Our service is completely free of charge. Joher can help you, and you can find our details, the office address, and also a phone number in our website. And please stay to us. If you have any question, you can ask the question, and we'll be happy to answer you. So thank you, Emma. Yes, we can go back the internal test, Emma. That is there any cost involved? Do you know any cost, or whether a student can do from their home? That internal test we're talking about.
Do you mean, so obviously there will be a cost involved in the different, like TOEFL or Duolingo or to that company? Yes. There won't be another cost if you have to have your spoken English test done. No, there won't be for that. Just for the actual test. Just like if you were to take IELTS in a test center in your country.
And also, it would be nice to discuss that, the MOI, the minimum instruction, if the English, and whether the Portsmouth University accept as well, if any students actually study the English-speaking country or the English institution, Emma?
Yeah. So we do have lots of, we have quite a strict English policy, but there's lots of different options within it. So, for example, if a student has taken GCSE or IGCSE English and has a C or above, then we will accept them without IELTS. If a student has taken the Indian curriculum, CBSE, and got 75%, again, we will accept. If someone has gone to university and studied for 2 years, at least 2 years at higher education level, so that can't be foundation and 1 year, it needs to be 2 years at university level, then we will, as long as they can get a medium of instruction letter from their institution, we can accept them without IELTS as well. Obviously, if they've done the British curriculum, GCSEs, A-levels, IB, all of that we will accept without. And then also American system, and if they've come from an Australian background, all of these kind of English-speaking, strong English-speaking backgrounds, then yes, we will accept.
Okay, thank you, Emma. If we discuss about the foundation students, foundation option, and very popular foundation course, a lot of students actually joining from Kuwait, Qatar, and from Saudi Arabia as well, and also from North Africa. So, so foundation courses, and who is actually running these, and how many intakes actually, Emma?
Yeah, so we have a foundation provider called International College Portsmouth, which is part of the Navitas brand. It's a really strong partnership. We work really closely with our colleagues at International College Portsmouth. They have around 600 students, which is a big intake for foundation, and they take students for a 9-month, like a full year foundation, which would be what is needed if you've come from the Thanawiyah. You would need to do a full foundation. They also take students in, and there's an intake from September and January for the full foundation. They also take students for shorter options, like 1 semester foundation.
Yep.
and they could come in September, January, and June as well. They have a May-June options. They have an international year one as well. So let's say you've taken the IB, but you end up with 24. So you've just missed it. You've just not quite got, or we're asking for 30 and you end up with 27. Then an international year one may be an option for you. They don't have it in all their pathways, but they've got a good range. And so some students do take that when they've just missed the mark, but they don't want to take a foundation and then start the 3 years undergrad. So year one, international year one, is like taking year one, but in this smaller college, international students, smaller classes, and it gives you that kind of supportive, nurturing atmosphere that you need ready to go on into the university. So the options for foundation are good. They're quite varied with what they'll accept in terms of their gradings as well. So they'll take students from all different backgrounds, and they've got lots of options in that sense.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I may also add something with that, especially the entry requirements, that if the IELTS requirements is the 5.5, if they have a less than 5.5, there is a pre-sessional English that I think International College Portsmouth is offering, and also LSI, isn't it? That where they can come and do the pre-sessional, that can be also accepted as an alternative.
There are quite a few options. So the IELTS level is 5.5 with no less than 5.5 in each area, speaking, listening, reading, writing, for example. And if you do miss out on that and you're getting a 5 in one area, then yes, pre-sessionals are available within ICP. And there are options within that,
So Joher, did you join first year or you did the foundation in Portsmouth?
Obviously, I did the foundation, even though I did a diploma in pharmacy before in the Saudi before going in ICP, but I chose to start from the beginning. So I joined ICP for like 1 year and then progressed to bachelor degree. So it was a great experience. It gave me a really good background in the foundation, and obviously they give me also English. So yeah, it was a great experience. That the teachers were amazing as well, so like good. So I understand everything. So it was a good experience. So yeah.
Although you study in the ICP, but you had
ICP, the facility were all the ICP facilities and building. They have their own building, so I studied there. So yeah, but I felt like a part of the University of Portsmouth, so I think it's pretty much connected. So in the same campus, I think.
Yeah,
so
it's right in the centre. It's in the centre of the campus, ICP building. You're not in a separate part of the city.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a good thing about it.
You also get access now as a foundation student. I don't know if you did when you were studying there, but you can access all the university facilities like the library and union and things like that. So you feel part of the university when you're in a foundation.
Exactly. You don't feel separated or something like that. So I just wanted to ask him about the English now. What's the status of like the student who got like an IELTS non-UKBI? Can he be accepted to join without needing to do that UKBI IELTS? So what's the kind of situation? So I just wanted to verify with this.
So we only need the kind of UKBI IELTS if a student hasn't met the grade. So if they got a pre-sessional or foundation, then they need the UKBI one.
I see. So they cannot join the pre-sessional. So this is so they cannot join the pre-sessional. So they have to have the UKBI in order to join the pre-sessional program.
Yeah.
I see.
Normally, yes, they do. I haven't heard that there's been any flexibility on that, but that's something I can look into. I think you missed when I was saying that we've now got quite a range of online courses available. So including Duolingo, Language Cert, TOEFL, Special Home Edition, IELTS Indicator. These are all now available online, and we've approved them. So there are quite a range, and those are approved for pre-sessional as well.
Okay, good. Good to know.
I think the Duolingo actually will works like alternative of UK by IELTS, so they can actually study also pre-session on home. They heard from the other university as well. I think it's a really great. A student can take from their home as well. You know, there is a charge for that. Okay. Also, Emma, for the foundation, I think there is a September, January, and May intake, isn't it, in Portsmouth? Yeah.
Yes, there is, depending on how long a student needs to study for. Yes. So I know that International College Portsmouth have a May and a June intake now. The June one is for their pre-masters. So if you're looking to go on to a master's degree and you've got like a third class honours rather than a second class, we're looking for a second class for direct entry, or you need to do a pre-masters. They have a June intake this year. They have the May intake as well. Now, both May and June have gone online and will be taught fully online up until the September intake. So they are accepting students still for those intakes within International College Portsmouth.
Okay, thank you, Emma. Yes, viewers actually who joined us, if you want to speak with directly with the Emma, we arrange a virtual fair in June and July month. Please register today, and our team will be in touch with you. So the viewers who join from the North Africa, you can contact our team in Portsmouth and also in our Saudi office and Kuwait office. They will be able to help you with the further information about the virtual fair. So it's a great opportunity for you. So you can have a one-to-one session with Emma and her colleagues in coming virtual fair. Please contact us today to find out more about the virtual fair. Thank you, Emma. So we can actually a little bit touch now about the undergraduate options and also the entry requirements and the way of application, whether it's UCAS or direct. Yeah, Emma, undergraduate.
Yeah, so I mentioned the 5 faculties that we've got. And within those faculties, there are so many courses, and I'm not going to sit here and start listing off loads of courses, but we've got those traditional courses that you would expect at a lot of universities, such as mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, psychology, pharmacy, business and management, law, computer science, international relations and things like that. But we've also got more unique courses, which are a bit more specialist to Portsmouth. So, for example, we're going down a more renewable energy look. So instead of just focusing, because we do have petroleum engineering, we are also now, we've got energy and power systems management at postgraduate level. And we have electrical and renewable energy, which is at undergraduate and at MEng level as well, BEng and MEng. So these kind of courses are a bit more unique, and we're really trying to take a focus into those as well. Another very popular course is cybersecurity within our technology faculty. This is becoming very popular around the world for obvious reasons. And then going into business, we have an interesting corporate governance and law course. So at master's level, rather than just taking a pure law, which we do offer, you've also got this corporate governance area, which is an interesting area around the world, very international. We have international human resource management, which has got a really strong international focus, and it allows students to kind of use their knowledge from their countries and bring them into the course and get a kind of diverse information on HRM. We've also got a big computer animation department within our creative faculty, lots of computer games design, computer animation based courses, and then earth sciences and sports science as well. Our location on the south coast puts us in a great place for earth sciences, geography, marine biology, all of these areas. It's a great location to go on field trips. We've got a fantastic coastline on the south coast of the UK, and we're also opposite the Isle of Wight, which is an island. It's about, you can take a ferry over there in 40 minutes, and it's got a huge coastline around it, and it's amazing for geologists and geography students as well. And sports science, it's one of the top in the country for sports science. We have a good range of, as well as the pure sports science course, we have sport and exercise management and fitness management as well. And it's interesting department, really great facilities that professional athletes actually come down to use. And we are currently building a massive sports centre in the centre of Portsmouth. We've actually taken over a car park to build it. It's going to have a huge swimming pool and all the fitness facilities. So if you are interested in sport, whether that's to study it or just to take part in it, Portsmouth's a great option for that as well. And then one other area I'd like to just mention is our humanities faculty, where we have a large criminology department, lots of online criminology courses, but also kind of more practical, like forensic studies, where you do the CCI elements of criminology. And an education department, educational leadership and management, is very popular around the world, with people who are currently in the education sector and they want to get into more specific areas. In terms of entry requirements, it's very difficult because we accept so many different qualifications from all over the world. So it's really good to contact the university directly to get an idea of your current qualification and what that means. In terms of the Middle East, obviously, if you're doing a year 12 Thanawiyah, then we would need you to take a foundation to come onto our courses. For foundation, you need 60% to come into the foundation provider from your Thanawiyah. If you're taking the British curriculum, we're generally looking for at least 5 GCSEs C or above, and then we're looking for 3 A levels, and on average 3 Bs, 2 Bs and a C. That kind of grading is what we're looking for. From the IB, we're looking for the International Baccalaureate around 28 to 30, depending on the course, but 30 is an average grade that we'd be looking for. There's so many other ones, like the Indian curriculum, for example, 70 to 75 from the CBSE, and then also going into master's levels, we always look for a second-class honours degree. Now, what that means in your country will depend on the gradings and things like that, but generally around 55 to 60%. Okay, but that's a general.
Okay. Thank you, Emma. So the application can be like a direct application or through the UCAS?
Yeah, so we accept both. We will accept a direct or a UCAS application. And we always encourage students to work with agents, because obviously the agent will then support the student through the whole process and then into gaining their visa as well. So we're very, very keen for students to go through an agent. If they can apply direct, then please do through the agent. That would be great. It just saves one more hurdle. The UCAS is an extra hurdle. It's another process. But I know that a lot of international schools around the world do encourage students to apply through UCAS, especially if they're doing the British system, the GCSEs, A-levels. And that's absolutely fine. We will accept that as well. And you can also link to an agent through UCAS too.
Oh, thank you. And also, is there any placement year in bachelor degree, undergraduate, or is program?
So now, basically, all our undergraduate degrees offer a third-year placement, which would mean that you would do 2 years at university. In your second year, you will be introduced to the concepts and a module about working and what a placement year could look like and what your options are. And then in your third year, if you want to and you are successful, you can go and do a year's work experience. And then once you've completed that work experience, you come back and complete your degree for 1 more year. So we call this a sandwich year because it's the middle of your course, but it's very much an optional thing. Now, someone studying a business degree is probably more likely to head towards a placement year than someone studying maybe graphic design, just because of the nature of the work that they can get through that course. Each faculty do have a placement office. So we have a team of people in each faculty to support students in gaining a placement. We have students going out on placements, and there are lots of different options within that. So they say, the faculty placement team will say, well, we've had students last year who went to Rolls-Royce, IBM, all these different companies. Maybe you'd be interested in applying for this, this and this. And then students can apply. Obviously, We will support them through the application process, but they have to go to interview like any other job that they apply for. So it is competitive. They would get a proper wage. They will be paid in that placement year. And during the placement year, we'd have a tutor come and visit them. If they're based in the UK, you would have a tutor come and check up on them physically or virtually if it's not possible. They want to make sure that you are doing a proper job. So you're not there to be an admin assistant. We want you to be doing a real job that's required in that company. And then you will also come back on campus a couple of times during that year just to prepare for the following year, to have updates on the course and things like that. It's an excellent year to take. I took an excellent year during my degree, and I worked at Xerox, a huge company. I got a very big range of experience during that year. I worked in 2 different areas within marketing, and I really enjoyed my placement year. I got a lot out of it, and it really put me in good stead for the final year and made me focus a lot more in that final year.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Joher, you can discuss something here. The societies we have, like Saudi society, Kuwaiti society, and Qatari society, and the community, Arabic community, Portsmouth. You can a little bit add something on it. Yeah, Joher.
Yes, I believe we have a lot of Saudi society in the whole UK. I think most of the cities in the UK they have a society. So this is basically funded by the Saudi ministry. So the students get together usually and socialize and sharing their experience, and obviously taking some information from the member head, and so they technically socializing and helping each other and supporting each other. So this is technically the reason for these societies in the UK. I think in America as well, in all countries around the world. So yeah, this is what they do.
Thank you, George. I think there is an active Kuwaiti society and Qatari society in Portsmouth, isn't it, Emma? That where the students are actually social activities that we jointly doing, and I think the embassy also funding for their society, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Different years. It depends on the year how active the societies are. So yeah, we always need strong students who are going to take on this societies. We've got a student union who run all the clubs and societies. They run a huge range of sports clubs, but also these more social elements too. So there's always something people can get involved in. In the first week of term, there is what we call Freshers' Fair. The Freshers' Fair is a chance for students to go and learn about the clubs and societies that are available. And all the clubs and societies come down and have a table in a huge marquee down in one of the parks next to the Union. And they basically promote their club and try and get new students on board and interested and signing up for it. So it's nearly all students attend the Freshers' Fair just to see what's available and get involved. Whether it be some random sport, like you want to do some skydiving or surfing, or you want to be part of one of the football teams, or you want to join the Muslim society or the Saudi society, then that is also available as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think Portsmouth is very diverse society, city where you'll find a different nationality. The big Bangladeshi community there. There are like around 4 mosques in Portsmouth city. Then Asian food stores, all these things. So it's a really great city to live. As I mentioned earlier, I have been living here for 18 years with my family. It's a great experience. I never lived any other city. So my team is based here. My team is actually, we have a dedicated team. Once you are here, from airport transfer to integration to the society, introduce to the university and the city, and also helping with your accommodation and job once you are here. So we have a very dedicated team to do that. So please contact our team in Middle East and also Bangladesh and our team in Portsmouth. We can help you about your application, and our service is completely free of charge. Yes, Emma, we can go back to the master's level and the master's level course and intake into requirements in general. Yeah, Emma?
Okay, yeah. So I did mention some of the master's degrees that we cover, but just a few of the popular ones that international students particularly like. We have business and management, which is quite standard, but also in January we have an international business and management course. That's just the Jan intake. We have project management, which is very popular with particularly Qataris, but it's getting interest across the Middle East region. The project management course is taught a little bit differently, as well as our risk crisis and resilience management course. So these two courses are taught what we call block teaching, where you have 3 days in lectures, lessons for 8 hours a day. And then after that, you will not be taught again till the following month. So that's just for project management and risk crisis and resilience management. We have a very popular, with international students, our architecture department's really popular. We have a kind of more sustainable architecture course, as well as the MArch, which is accredited and recognised. Going into technology areas, I mentioned the more renewable areas, things like energy and power systems management. That is quite a new department for us, which we're developing quite a lot at the moment. And there are lots of interesting courses coming up within that kind of subject area. International relations gets quite a lot of interest as well. We have that at undergraduate and then also at postgraduate too. So yeah, a very broad range of courses, and I could talk forever about the different ones. So it's really important that you kind of contact Mohammed's team or contact the university directly to check, or use our website as well. It's a great resource which you can use to kind of do a bit more research into the areas that we offer. In terms of coming onto a master's degree, you do need, as I've mentioned, a second-class honours degree, and that varies depending on which country you're coming from, but to give you an average, we're looking for between around 55 to 60% from your undergraduate degree. It needs to be generally from a relevant subject, but we have lots of courses where we will accept a range of backgrounds. So something like business and management, for example, we will accept students from engineering or from science, as long as you've got that second-class honours. But if you were going to go on to, say, mechanical engineering, then we would definitely need to see some kind of engineering background in what you've studied before. Same with science. If you're going to come into our kind of biological science areas, we obviously will need a science background. So it varies course by course, but generally we need to see certain things like science or maths and things like that, depending on the course.
Okay, I think some courses may have like a placement here as well, Emma, some of the courses.
Yeah, those are quite new. They're just going to be starting up in the next year. They haven't been fully confirmed yet, so I don't really want to go into it in too much detail. But yes, some of our business courses are looking to have a placement attached to them. But that's something to just be aware of, and they're in development at the moment.
Oh, thank you. I know that there are a number of courses also being offered in January intake. And due to the COVID-19, do you think that university may consider or considering or may have some update whether they will be offering some more courses in January intake, Emma?
Things are changing all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised, and actually there's been a few ones about that, but at the moment everything on our website is up to date and definite. So if you type in Jan and Feb courses, then you will get all the courses that are available from January. The courses that are available tend to be, they are postgraduate courses. Currently we don't have any undergraduate courses in January.
Okay. Yes, I think the viewers actually who joined us from Middle East and North Africa, there is a pre-sessional options. You know, if you want to join January intake, you can do the pre-sessional in LSI. And do you think the Portsmouth University is also offering pre-sessional for the January intake, Emma?
Yeah, we do. We have a 10-week and a 6-week Jan for this Jan start. Yes, we do.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So we can move to PhD. We received lots of inquiries, lots of questions from the students, especially female candidates from the Middle East, that how is the best way to apply, whether we need to contact with the supervisor or we need to contact with the directly application process. So do you have any suggestion for them, Emma?
So for PhD students, we really need you to kind of have a bit of a focus on what area you want to research and have something formulated in terms of a research proposal. You don't have to have a full one, but just an idea of what you're looking for. And then we've really updated our website in the last few years to try and support this, but we want students to really do a bit of a research area themselves by digging into what we offer as a university. So use our website, and if you go on there, there's a research tab. Go through that, and we show our research areas, and we dig into each kind of department and what they offer. And then if you keep going, you will meet and see the academics that are researching at this time. It's always worth doing that kind of level of research because each university offers very unique areas of PhD research, and they're all very different. So we need you to kind of do a bit more digging before you then start approaching us. That would be, or Mohammed, because that would be a good starting point. Once you've done some research into what we offer, you should be able to find academics who are currently researching that area, and you can contact them directly. You can drop them an email with one paragraph about what you would like to research, the areas that you want to cover, a little bit about your background, and hopefully you would get a response from them in regards to whether this is something they could support. So it's not just about can we do this PhD? It's also about, does that supervisor have capacity to support you at this time? Do they do that area of research? Is it something that they want to develop on? Do they need more PhD students at this time? So there's quite a lot in it. It's a complicated process, but the best thing is to try and get an academic on board first and then put your application in. So it doesn't mean that they're going to be 100%, I'm definitely going to support you. This is a done deal. It's all sorted. But if you can just put that initial touch base with them, start discussions, that would be a really good way to go forward to application. Once it goes through to application, there are certain checks done within faculty level to see that you are at the right level and that you are a potential suitable candidate. Then it will go on to the academics, and it will be passed on to them for them to review. Okay, so it's a long process. It's not an easy process. You need to have patience, and you need to also put your legwork in to make sure you get a good response, a response that is either I'm sorry, but we just don't have that research area, or it's just not viable, or yes, let's take this forward and move forward with it.
Okay, thank you. Emma, we can touch about the scholarship options for privately funded students. Yeah, is it okay, Emma?
Yeah, so we offer a discount for a very large range of students. It's on nationality. So depending on your nationality, you will get a £1,600 discount. Our courses tend to range from £14,300 to £16,400. And that's for obviously each year that you study. So if it's undergraduate, you normally would study for 3 years. If it's postgraduate, you would study for 1 year. That's the system in the UK. So if you were to do a postgraduate degree and you sit in one of the many nationalities that we list, then you would pay 16,400 minus 1,600, and that would be automatic on nationality. So all the South Asian nationalities would get the discount. A big range of the African nationalities. There are lots of them listed. And if you go onto our website, it's called the Vice Chancellor's Global Development Scholarship. So it's basically a discount, automatic. So that's one thing we offer. The other thing is called our Chancellor's Global Academic Merit Scholarship. Okay. This is a £5,000 discount, but it's only for these nationalities. So it's Bangladeshi, Egyptian, Ghanaian, Indian, Vietnamese, Kenyan, Malaysian, Moroccan, Nigerian, Pakistani, Tanzanian, and Zimbabwean. So they're the nationalities that we will allowed to go forward for this scholarship. Now, this scholarship is available as long as you meet all entry requirements by the 1st of June. So it's not leaving a lot of time now. So you need to have met everything, including a paid deposit. The deposit is £500. Sorry. You need to have met that requirement, as well as all your entry requirements, such as English and qualifications. And you also need to be a really strong student. So, you know, you need to have more than just the average grade. You need to have more than that. So we need a first honours if you're coming from postgrad. And we're going to have 5 scholarships per nationality at £5,000 each. So if you think you are a really strong student and you've applied through TCL, then you need to just say to TCL, just highlight, I've got this grade, I got 80%, 85%, I've done really well, and I've also been part of this society, and I've been involved in my school magazine and all sorts of things. Then this could be something that you could be involved in, and it'd be that TCL could highlight that to us, and then we will put you through as one of the potential students.
Okay, thank you, Emma. Yes, viewers, definitely you can contact our team in Portsmouth, and you can contact our team in Johor, in Saudi Arabia, and my team in Kuwait, as well as our offices in Bangladesh. If you want to find out more about the scholarship, our team can actually help you and also help you for the application as well. So please contact our team, as well as if you want to be connected with the Emma in virtual fair, if you want to talk about the courses, entry requirements, please register today, and you will have an opportunity to talk directly with the Emma one-to-one session. Okay, Emma, thank you very much. So we can proceed with the accommodation option for international students. Yeah, Emma.
Okay, yeah. So we have private accommodation, and we have also our halls of residence. So big range of halls of residence available on campus. Some of these are owned by the university. A lot are now owned by a private sector as well. In the centre of Portsmouth, you will see a very different Portsmouth to the days when you're at campus. It's lots of high-rise modern buildings now, and these buildings have been built in the last few years specifically for students. Is it so here?
Yes.
Yeah, could you tell us, where did you live when you studied at Portsmouth?
I didn't actually stay in student accommodation. I shared a house, with some students. So nearby the university, nearby the city centre. So it was in Southern here. What was it? I can't remember, but yeah, it's somewhere close to the university. Somewhere in Gunwharf. Yes, I lived there for a while as well. So yeah, in this area. So
yeah, lots of Middle Eastern students choose not to live in all the residents. Lots of Qataris, for example, live down in Gunwharf, which is a big shopping centre that we have. But also, so we've got the halls of residence, which are on campus, and then we have the private accommodation, as mentioned. So you have accommodation such as flats, one-bedroom apartments, things like that. But you also have shared houses. Shared houses mean that you'll have 4 of you living in a house, sharing a kitchen, diner, bathroom space. That can be generally the cheapest option, but halls of residence, you will have your own bedroom, ensuite bathroom, and you will share the kitchen dining space with up to about 6 other students. We do allow for single-sex halls of residence. We do allow for mature students as well. So if you are a bit older and you don't want to be with just 18, 19-year-olds, then that's another option. But basically, the earlier that you apply for your halls of residence, the better. So we have a deadline kind of towards the early June. And if you can get in there before that, then you're more likely to get what you want. If it's after that, then it's about first come, first serve, basically. In terms of private accommodation, there's lots of private companies around the city that support students in finding accommodation, but we also have a housing team at the university that can kind of direct you towards websites and recommended landlords and rental areas as well. But I'm sure, having lived in the city for 18 years, Mohammed, you could support students in that too.
Sure. Definitely. My team, we have a dedicated team to help you with the accommodation, and also, as we say, there is a big like a diversity, the lots of ethnic minority here. So there is also the private accommodation available. So my team can actually help you if you're looking for private accommodation, private separate house and flat. Thank you very much, Emma.
One thing I wanted to say about accommodation, we do only have one halls now. There are two that are next to each other that is catered. So you will be expected to cater for yourself when you're living in university accommodation or living privately. So again, Mohammed's already touched on it, but there are shops around the city, as well as your standard supermarkets. There are more unique shops which sell things like halal meat and food that is from your countries, and that allows students love that. They love the fact that they can get their local produce in Portsmouth. It's not as diverse as somewhere like London or Birmingham, because it's a much smaller city, but these shops do cater for students, and they are available, and once you're on campus you quickly learn where they are, and students can kind of direct you towards them as well.
Just I want to add you the students, maybe the parents actually watching today. So once you sending you children, we are here to actually to look after them, and we'll be with them, in case of emergency and other things. So, and my team is there. So don't worry, that we're here, and definitely to support them. And you children, the students actually want to join, you can contact our local offices, and they can actually help with the application. Once you are here, we can connect with us, and we will actually help you with the accommodation job, any other things you need. Thank you. Joher, from your side, any other things you want to ask that we haven't covered or haven't discussed?
Yes, I just wanted to touch on the university approval list on the Saudi government, on the Saudi Cultural Bureau. Regarding I think there is specific courses that are approved by the Saudi government for Portsmouth University. So I just wanted to touch on that, whether there will be an opening or approval by the Saudi government for some of the courses, like business, let's say business management and postgraduate. So what we can see is it used to be approved, but it's no longer approved in the list. So I just want to touch on that. Is there any updates whether Saudi Culture Bureau will?
I'd love to say there was, but you're more likely to hear of it than me, I'm afraid. Our current situation in Saudi is that yes, that those postgrad courses, particularly business and law, are not approved and haven't been for a number of years. My understanding is that the Saudi ministry felt that they had enough students who were being taught in those areas, and so therefore they didn't need any more. So that a lot of universities were pulled back from those, which is a real shame, because we used to get a lot of students from Saudi in those areas.
And they love the course as well there, so that's why I'm touching on business as well. So they like it there, so that's why
I know. It's a real shame, but no, there is no updates, unfortunately. We're just pleased with what we are on. Also, like the computing courses, they're very popular. Systems, particularly at master's level. Unfortunately, business-wise, we haven't been on the list for that for a number of years.
Okay. Let's hope they approve it soon.
Inshallah.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Joha. Yes, the viewers, we actually discussed today about the intake, September intake. That, as Emma mentioned, that it will be the 5th of October now. There is some the postponed of the intake. And also we discuss about the lockdown, that the student still can apply the application as it is. My team is working from home. You can reach them through WhatsApp or email. So the university processing the offer. So there is options for the student in case worst case that you can attend online, for the September intake. So we touch that one. Also, we discuss about the foundation courses that is offered by the International College Portsmouth. So there is a 3 intake. You can join September, January, and May intake. There is a pre-masters as well. Start from June, and you can do pre-sessional course through ICP as well as LSI if you want to do pre-sessional course before you join the foundation course. We also discuss about the undergraduate with the placement years, and also you can apply directly and through the UCAS. Also, we discuss about the postgraduate courses, number of courses, and also we discuss potentially there will be placement with the postgraduate courses, and as well as number of courses is being offered in January intake for master's level. Also, Emma covered about the PhD courses. If you are interested, you can contact our team. Our team can actually guide you how to apply for a PhD course. Also, we discuss about the internal test, alternative test that Portsmouth University now accepting, not only the UKBI and IELTS and normal academic IELTS, Duolingo test also is being actually accepted by the Portsmouth University. So you can find out more if you want to. You can find it on the website, as well as you can contact our team. Also, we touch about the accommodation options that are available in Portsmouth, and you can find more from university website. And also discuss about the placement and city itself. And so we are really looking forward to see you in Portsmouth. Our team have here to look after you. So our service is completely free of charge. We have been working quite a long time with the University of Portsmouth. So we have sent a good number of students. We have a very good feedbacks as well. Myself, I studied in Portsmouth University. And as well, Joher is country director in Saudi Arabia. Joher also study here. We can actually share our experience in Portsmouth. Our team can help you. Thank you very much for staying with us today. Emma, for last few words from you.
Okay, yeah. So although it's a strange time at the moment and everyone's a bit unsure, Portsmouth really have been focusing on making it happen so that students can join us in the autumn. And they're really looking at, obviously, the safety of students, but also making sure that they're taught well and taught in a professional way, even if that is online. So obviously, we've mentioned all the things that have happened between now and September, which is things like the pre-sessionals going online, and you can now do lots of different English tests online. Mohammed, I was going to ask, am I able to put the link to the different English tests into the chat box? Is that possible?
Yeah, sure. You can just paste it. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that in a moment.
Yeah.
So that's happening. But also now we've moved the start date back by 3 weeks to the 5th of October. And we're not under any illusion that by the 5th of October, we'll be able to have 200 people sat in a lecture theatre. So the chances are that we will be putting some form of online areas together, and the courses will go online at the beginning, but this hasn't yet been confirmed. So don't be put off applying. Don't put back your academic year for a whole year because of this situation, because the university is making changes and developing things to make it better. But also things like our deposit is £3,500. We will refund that in full if you weren't to come. So before we would have taken a nominal fee from that, but not anymore. So all of these things are going in to try and support students and understand that we have to be flexible. So yeah, please do apply and see what happens. We'll get you through to the application process, and then from that point, decisions can be made once we start looking at whether we're going to be online or whether it will be full term on the 5th of October.
Thank you, Ma. It is my city, my university. It is my great pleasure to support you once you are here, once you are in your country. So we are really looking forward to you in Portsmouth. And Joher, final few words from you.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully to see you in a virtual fair starting in June, to hear from you and help you, to support you to the application, and hopefully join in to the University of Portsmouth. Thank you very much.
Okay, stay safe and Eid Mubarak. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.